Hello folks, it's the 16th day of the new year. 16 days old, Wish I could remember when I was 16 days old. The weather outside is not frightful, but it's gonna get worse soon, This is Buffalo. We're gonna have a lake effect storm over the weekend apparently, and that should be terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's probably gonna make a mess of my plans to replace my treadmill. Anyway, let's go to the writing, shall we? Let's see. Went back and tried to make Molotov cocktails. Let's see. How were they not shot? We must be blessed by the gods. Colin muttered. Which he was sure was. Which was what? Superstitious, as people often said when they survived something that seemed impossible. Call it, suppose luck. So saying we got lucky was the slightly less superstitious. Was the less superstitious statement, what was said by modern people. By those soldiers, Camjack Clack. We survived this ambush. We got lucky. I suppose it could have been another bit of luck. Finding those grenades. A bit of bad luck. Not finding any more. Take a pod, all the pockets you could find. And found nothing. Let's see, door. The tank man had made a full retreat somewhere up ahead, probably waiting one car over. Hard to believe he could even fit through these trains. Tega muttered. Who? A young woman asked. Cola and Tega looked to see that Emma. Was her name Emma? Nope. Emma had crept behind them. Good thing she wasn't some gunman. She smiled rather brightly for someone who had staggered into another bloody murder scene. Bodies slumped all over in hideous poses, hideous expressions. Matched. Nobody here had died with a reserved look on their face. They didn't look like dead people in caskets at funerals. Closed eyes, closed mouth. People in coffins at funerals. I forgot to say look like. Hopefully an editor, if I get an editor someday, they can figure that out, what I meant there. Boy howdy. That's how I'm gonna greet people if I ever go to Japan. Howdy. God bless Japan. Hopefully I won't say God bless America by accident. Well, maybe I'll say that too. I don't know. They look like dead people in common, I have them wide. Their mouths and eyes wide open. Blood coming from out the mouth. blood out the mouth. It almost seemed like an exaggeration of death. Like what you'd see would be seen in a comic book. Everybody who died had wild, blank eyes and rolled up in sockets. Their mouths so open you could see every tooth in it. Frickin' UPS truck. Hopefully they didn't drop anything off. I don't want to go out right now. You know, you buy stuff that perishes in the winter. Well, you know. It wouldn't be a big deal if it was a package of food in this weather. You know, it's 20 degrees outside. I'm supposed to be getting some breakfast sausage soon. I wish I'd hurry along. I could use some breakfast sausage in my life right about now. Got below, wrapped up his wounds. Cole looked at saw a lot of weird white puffs of cotton in the air. Took him a moment to realize it had come from all those busted seats. Busted, shot up seats. Another Cole thought they were something more whimsical, like the soul of these dead men. Man, too many of them in the air. Unless when a person died, the soul broke into a dozen or more pieces. Cola thought the ancient Egyptians believed something like that. Not to be confused with the modern Egyptians, who are Muslims mostly. I mean, of course, there's different ethnic groups everywhere in the world, just like how not everybody in India is Hindu, and how everyone in Japan isn't Buddhist, or what's that other religion they worship? Shinto, ancestor worship. People probably should worship their ancestors. It's something much more tangible than a god. In America, we forget our ancestors in a generation. It's kind of sad. Let's see. Ancient Egyptians. Yeah, modern Egyptians. People get modern and ancient Egyptians confused all the time. Like, the modern Egyptians are the descendants of ancient Egyptians. And that's apparently not the case. Apparently, some guy did some recent DNA tests, and the ancient Egyptians' descendants are apparently in Turkey. Which was a bit off the way from Egypt, so I'm not sure how they got there. They must have migrated or something. Who knows? Until we get a time machine, we won't know the answers to any of these questions, folks. Hopefully no one will screw up and change history too much. Let's see, it's not ancient Egyptian, I believe this. I know people say time travel is impossible, but what do they know? What do they know what's possible or impossible? I thought the ancient Egyptians believed something like that. A person's soul was divided up into multiple things, into multiple beings that separated and then came together if the proper death rituals were conducted, including the preservation of the body as a mummy. Cole was glad death rites were a lot simpler in his culture. You just buried the person or burned the person, said some prayers, left some offerings, and that was that. We're 10 minutes in, folks. Who or what had trouble squeezing through the cars. Cola. Emga asked, snapping Cola back to reality. There is a tank man on board, Cola replied nonchalantly. Emga reacted like she'd been told. Well, Satan himself was among the terrorists. I should call him Lucifer. Because that's what I've been calling him in every other part of this story, in this universe I created, so, yeah. It's like the term Satan doesn't exist. Lucifer is a nicer word than Satan, anyway. Sounds nicer to say. Lucifer, Satan. Satani. Let's see. Satani. Makes him sound Italian. Satani. Let's see. Let's see. Lucifer was among the terrorists. A tank man? I muttered. How are we going to defeat that? I made it sound like it was Cola's job to retake the train, including killing all the terrorists. In reality, they just planned to go as far as they could, rescue as much people possible. Hopefully, they landed one guy up on the roof. Maybe they could land some more soon. He retreated from us. Tega added. Son of a bitch. Should have painted his armor yellow. Have some guys move up, but stay to the the back of the train, not the front. Cola said. Some tank man comes on. The tank man comes back. We're going to need. They're not going to be able to stop him. Small arms. Nobody's found a rocket launcher anywhere? They asked Emga. As far as I know. No, Emga replied. And no grenades. So what are we gonna do? Comes back. Tega asked. In general. I looked to Cola like he was an idea man. Let's see. We improvise. Cola replied instantly. Back to the dining car. Back to the dining car. We'll get some bottles of wine. We got bottles of wine there. We'll make some petrol bombs. Need fuel for that. And replied. Get some sig layers off people. Maybe we can find some fuel in storage somewhere. Look for Tega added. Oko and Tega were gathering ingredients for petrol bombs. They heard some bad news about their agent friend on top of the train. Not that he had been killed, but that he had been wounded by a machete, of all things. How does a guy get macheted? Wounds on top of a train. Taya muttered. Good question, Cola thought. Does he need us? Cola didn't ask it, though. Instead asking something else. Does he need us meet up with him? Rescue him? Cola asked his superior over the radio. He's taking care of himself. The superior reassured. Continue on doing what you can to help. Cola didn't like his tone. He made it sound almost like they hadn't been doing their fair share. Instead, they, including Emga, had done a lot to get them this far. We're kind of a bunch of civvies here, Tatum muttered. Their elite agent. None of us are hurt yet, but their elite agent got himself chopped up. It's just great. When are you going to land? Land more troops? Cola asked his superiors. Soon, superior replied. Why did it give me that stupid little comma? I need 2 commas when a statement. Every time there's a statement, when there's some quote marks inside, you gotta do little comma. That's the rule. Let's see. Cola and Tega had enough wine bottles and lighter fluid to create 6 petrol bombs. Probably enough to blow up a tank. If they had to. And a tank man was a lot weaker than a tank or armored vehicle. So they could probably knock one out if necessary. Cole wasn't worried. No armored suits. No armored support. Cola wasn't worried about armored suits. Civilians thought they were about this. Often confused them with tank men, and some even believed they were as armored and hard to take out as tank men. That wasn't the case. Armored suits were barely stronger than regular infantry. Maybe a guy in one of them could shrug off SMG and pistol fire, but any rifle fire could knock him down. Now, people think bullets are a lot weaker in real life than they really are. You know, it's like when you have a shooting people, the bullets go through the walls, windows. It's not like the movies where flipping over a table can stop bullets. It's actually pretty insane that people think that to be the case, even in Hollywood, which is, I think people would know better at this point. There's been so many stories about war, people getting shot and such. Shoot, a lot of those movies are even made by people who actually fought in wars, so what the hell? They think a tree is gonna stop a German machine gun bullet? That's be a tough frickin' tree. But I guess if everything was realistic in Hollywood, there wouldn't be any movies or shows because everyone would be dead. Let's see, rifle fire could knock him out. 12:20 a.m. The top of the train. Elsewhere on the train. The top of the train. Nah, let's change that. Meanwhile, at the top of the train. Okay, 6 damn petrol bombs. Cola said. Hopefully, that's more than we'll need. And if not, guess these are the closest to grenades we got. Taya added glumly. Yeah. Cola. Agreed. Let's see, AM. I'll check AM on that. After enough minutes have passed, because, you know, this is basically how I separate parts of the story at this point. Let's see. I wonder if I'm gonna have to go into a second chapter. You know what, I think I'll start checking. No. This can be all one long chapter. See you later, folks. Have a nice day.